What up, and welcome to the Beneath the Dirt podcast. I'm your host, Bone. Thank you for tuning in. We are at episode 78. I hope everybody's staying safe out there. Shit's still shut down. Everything's still fucking crazy out there. Whole fucking bunch of shit to talk about. News ain't really fucking slowing down like I thought it would be during this whole shit. But first, I want to send a shout out to Sean Davis. He sent in a donation this week. So much love. Big shout out to Sean Davis. Much love for the donation. It's very much appreciated. Much love to you. And then let's get right into some fucking news this week. You saw it in the title. I love hip hop. Why do I love hip hop? Premier versus fucking RZA. That's right. This past Saturday night, big battle. They got the Versus series presented by Swizz Beatz and Timbaland. They were the first ones to do this whole beat battle thing to keep everybody entertained during this whole quarantine, this lockdown. And this week was Premier versus fucking RZA. This was the most hype battle I've been for any of them that's been going down. We had Scott Storch versus Manny Fresh, which was pretty dope. But this one right here, classics. And they played pretty much nothing but that just straight grimy shit. Couple pop tracks thrown in, whack couple tracks thrown in here and there, but mostly this shit was fucking fire. The energy Premier and RZA were giving during this whole shit was so dope. I was watching on the big screen. I got the Instagrams all connected to the big screen TV and shit. It was mad fun. I'm not going to say who won. I didn't keep fucking score. But they both brought the fucking heat. I love RZA's production in particular, that Wu-Tang shit, all that shit from 36 Chambers to Liquid Swords, Cuban Links to Cal, Iron Man, all that shit. Brooklyn, ODB's record. Shit was fucking fire. You know, Premier got the Gangstar. He produced shit from Mobb Deep. A whole bunch of motherfuckers. Jay-Z, Notorious B.I.G. Shit was fucking live. I was on the couch vibing the fuck out. Having mad fun. Everybody's been saying it, but hip-hop won. The fans won this one. Like I said, I didn't keep score, but this shit was so fucking dope. And I hope we get more producers like this for this Versus series. I hope we get Alchemist up in this motherfucker. I've heard people saying Alchemist for a Static Selector. But shit like that gets me hype. This is why I love hip-hop. This shit right here, this shit was so dope. Premier and RZA brought that ill shit, ill classic, boom bap shit. Love it. So fucking dope. I don't know. I had so much fun. I'm going to keep repeating myself, but is what it is, I suppose. That shit was fucking hype. It's all up on YouTube if you ain't seen it. A couple clips I saw, they're just straight up muting when Jay-Z songs come on. So when Premier plays some Jay shit, you ain't going to hear it up on the YouTube. But you had to fucking catch that shit live. There were so many people in the chat for that shit, too. So many heads. A lot of your favorite rappers were watching that shit. Producers, all that. Fucking hype. But let's get into some new music and news for the week. First up, we got a brand new single from Boondocks and Buckshot. They dropped Sith Lords featuring Twiztid and Young Wicked. This track's pretty dope. I couldn't really care for Boondocks' verse, to be honest. The one that brought it on this fucking track was Monoxide. Monoxide killed this shit. Don't know who did the production for this one, but it was pretty dope. Young Wicked was on the hook. Twiztid split the third verse. Monoxide fucking killed it. Really dope verse from him. But that's out there for you to check out on all digital service providers. And speaking of Boondocks, he posted up on fucking Twitter. He said, if this is the last Boondocks record, might as well go out on a thermonuclear level bang. I posted this up on my social medias talking about Boondocks is speculating his retirement. Sounds like it to me. Other people brought up, maybe he's hinting at that this is the end of the world, what we're going through right now. And I've been replying to people, I'd like to roll with the retirement theory instead of the end of the world theory, because I don't want the fucking world to end. I don't want no crazy shit like that happening. I would much rather have Boondocks retire. Sorry, Boondocks, but I'd much rather have you retire than the fucking world end. But hey, this cryptic tweet, we're going to speculate about it. Looks like Boondocks might be retiring after his next Boondocks record, but that don't mean he's necessarily done with this shit. He's got the turncoat dirty gimmick. He could start rolling with that. There's always UGA. Him working with Buckshot a lot in this past couple months in particular, and last year really, because he had that Hell's Kitchen project as well. Could it be the end for Boondocks? It's been a minute since he dropped fucking The Murder, which came out, 3 years ago probably at this point? That was his last full length. Yeah, he's been busy as fuck dropping shit with Buckshot. Dropped a couple EPs last year with Turncoat Dirty, Liquor Lies, and Legacy as Boondocks. But hey, if he's retiring, farewell. We ain't gonna get no more Young Dirt. Young Dirt was my shit. And that Riders shit, Young Dirt, that motherfucker was ill. That's for sure. But Boondocks possibly retiring? Who the fuck knows? Only time will tell. But let's keep it in the M&E family. A&B just announced yesterday they got their next single dropping this Friday, featuring Jamie Madrox of Twiztid. Single's called Can't Fuck With Us. This is going to be off their Fatality EP that's dropping at the end of May. I'm hyped for this. I don't know how many songs are going to be on this Fatality EP. I know they said they're dropping 3 singles, so I'm hoping at least 6 songs. And even then, you're going to be dropping half the songs as singles. I only bump Fatality a handful of times because I know it's going to be dropping on the EP, so I don't want to play it out before I get the actual project. But this Friday, new song from A&B featuring Jamie Madrox of Twiztid. I'm hyped for it. They put up a preview with it, with the graphic as well. Beat sounded pretty dope. Pretty sure Young Wicked's producing this whole fucking project. Don't see why he wouldn't be. So be looking out for that this Friday. And let's keep it with the Twiztid shit. Reuse the graphic from last week. We all know the next album from Twiztid is called Mad Season. Monoxide says it's going to be on some surprise release shit. They're just going to drop it. Let's see if they actually just drop it without doing a pre-order. That's what I thought they were going to do with Generation Nightmare. And Generation Nightmare ended up being this big fucking project, big album, charting on Billboard for multiple weeks. But Monoxide, he's staying up on his live streams. I actually watched a couple of his live streams this week. He said the theme of this record is pissed off and trying to get over things. So a lot of people's been complaining, talking about all they do is bitch about the past, the ICP shit, going through that whole thing. Why keep bringing this beef shit up? I don't know if it's necessarily getting old. I fuck with it. I like the shit talking. So from the sounds of this, trying to get over things, record is pissed off. I would expect to hear a lot more of that on this record. He said we've heard probably, I think he said 5 or 6 of the songs on the album. I'm just going to guess that it's the singles that we've already heard that have been released in the last few months. That will be appearing on Mad Season, their next album. Not mad at that. Those songs are fucking dope. And if those songs are on the album, and if that's the kind of sound that they're going with, I fuck with it. Because those songs are really dope. So not mad at songs that previously released will be on this next album. Production by Seven, Godsynth, Fritz, Scatterbrains. Young Wicked said he's doing production on here. So we got a handful of producers in on this one. He also said that there's another record after Mad Season. I believe I talked about this a couple weeks back when I was talking about his other live streams. So we got Mad Season coming up end of May. or June 1st, some shit like that. Oh, actually, no release date. I'm thinking of the A and B Fatality shit. No release date for Mad Season. Supposedly it's just going to drop out of nowhere. Let's see if that actually happens. I would fuck with a surprise release. I think the underground needs some kind of surprise release like this. A lot of mainstream cats do it, but they have the huge name and the big ass following to do it, and they could still chart, sell tons of fucking records. So another record after Mad Season, and nothing to do with the record. He also said they're going to be doing a live reading of the Haunted Highons hardcover on Facebook, the hardcover that they just released of their Haunted Highons series comic book. They're going to be doing a live reading. He said there'll be special guests doing it. They just got to figure out the logistics and all that. That's cool if you're into the comic book shit. I don't have any of the Haunted Highons shit. Don't plan on getting into it. Don't really collect comic books much anymore. But this new Mad Season album, I'm all fucking for it. I really hope it's going to be a surprise release. If it's physical first, that's probably how they should do it to get people to buy it first. Because if you stream it, then put it on physical, there's no guarantee you'll get as many physical record sales. But who the fuck am I? I'm just some asshole that talks in front of a fucking camera with a nice little microphone and shit. Fuck it. But anyway, new Jaron Benton. Jaron Benton's been dropping shit. He's dropped a few singles in these past few months. He had his bully freestyles that he was doing for a while. He's got a new song right here, No X's and O's. This track's really dope, talking about being heartbroken by a bitch. And no hugs and kisses for you, bitch. You fucked me over. No hugs and kisses for you. This track's fucking dope. Love the beat. Don't know who did it. No tag on the beat. Jaron Benton is slept on as fuck. I like these tracks with substance. A lot of his shit to me is just shit talking and just saying wild and crazy shit, which is cool. I fuck with it because Jaron Benton's just, he's mad skilled in my opinion. But this dude's underrated. I'm fucking with these songs that have actual content to it. Something with a message. This track's fucking dope right here. Love it. Love the way he fucking emphasizes his shit. Really dope track from Jaron Benton. And we got some new Donnie Darko, produced by Sutter Kane. I've been talking about, actually I haven't been talking about it, been posting clips of new Donnie Darko shit up on my Instagram when they post it. Him and Sutter Kane. And they just dropped their new album, Before the World Got to Us. This is a Donnie Darko solo project. No guest features. Just straight production from Sutter Kane. Sutter Kane, also known as DJ Bless. His fucking production, his sampling game is on point. Always love Sutter Kane's production. Just classic New York boom bap shit. Donnie Darko on this. A lot of real life subject matter. Political subject matter. Talking about shit that goes on in the black community. He's on his Black Power shit. Black Panther shit on here as well. You know, talking a lot about the struggle on here. Love the album cover. Album cover is super fucking dope. But they both brought it. Sutter Kane with the production. Very dope. Love the shit. Donnie Darko. Although I'm not too familiar with his work, I know a little bit of Sutter Kane. I have his August Underground album that he put out probably 10 years ago, if not more. But this shit is fucking dope. I fuck with it. I've been bumping it. I think I've given it 2 listens this past weekend. Haven't really listened to too much shit multiple times this weekend, only because I'm in quarantine in the fucking house. And I really don't listen to music much in the house. All my music, pretty much 90% of it is listened to in the car when I'm either on the way to work or when I'm on the road for work, because I'm on the road a lot. So that's where a lot of my music gets digested. So I did manage to get 2 listens into this. I listened to it at work when it came out on Friday, and then I bumped it here and there throughout the weekend. Really dope project. If you like that classic New York boom bap shit with a little political twist to it, Black Power shit, that project's all for you Really dope shit. I fuck with it. Keeping it in New York, let's go to Buffalo. Conway the Machine, he took to fucking Twitter. He said after his next few projects, Conway's out, hinting at a retirement. No, 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 Conway, you can't fucking retire. I'm saying you're going to be MVP of 2020 for Griselda Records. You can't retire, son. Can't do it. But this is what he's hinting at. We got Boondocks retiring earlier. At least that's what he's hinting at. Now we got Conway fucking hinting at a retirement. I hope it's not true. Conway's the fucking shit. We all know Westside Gunn says 2020 is his last year for rapping as well, and then he's fucking out. He's just going to handle the business side. He never wanted to rap. He just wanted to be behind the scenes, executive producing, and all that kind of shit. But Conway the Machine says he's out after his next few projects. Hope it's not true. Conway's that fucking dude. And speaking of Westside Gunn, just yesterday he revealed that he fucking survived the coronavirus. Dude came out of nowhere, said he was fucking held down by this shit for a month, couldn't see his kids, couldn't see his family. Apparently some people knew about it, according to this message that you see right here. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm glad this dude fucking survived. We all know Fred the Godson is being fucking going through that coronavirus shit right now. I hope Fred the Godson pulls through on that shit. I'm glad fucking Westside Gunn pulled through on the coronavirus. The shit ain't no fucking joke. It's killing mad people. Westside's mad lucky he got through the shit. I'm glad he got through the shit. And I hope you stay healthy. Hope he stays healthy. And all that good shit. I hope everybody else stays healthy out there. Shit is no joke. Stay the fuck home. Seems like a lot of people are. Which is good. Dope to see. Because shit is scary out there. And just stay fucking safe. Stay safe. I'm not going to dwell on it too much. I've been staying the fuck home. I've only left my house a handful of times outside of going to the office for work, and there's only other 2 people that I work with, so that's keeping my exposure to a fucking minimum. But anyway, fuck that shit. Let's get into some more new music. Clockworc, formerly of Gorilla Voltage, he dropped his new single, featuring Kung Fu Vampire. New single's called Hell Froze. I've only listened to it twice. This track's fucking banging though. Production by Godsynth. Godsynth's done shit with Twiztid and M&E as a whole. He was on the Year of the Sword CD like a motherfucker. This track's fucking banging. Kung Fu Vampire kills it on his guest verse. I love the switch ups that Clockworc's doing. He's not just doing that crazy chopper flow, but he's got a little bit of harmonizing in there, a little bit of the slow flow. I love how he's mixing it up. It makes it so it's not so redundant, I guess, and just repeating the same kind of flow, same kind of sound over and over. I'm fucking with all these Clockworc singles. I really didn't think I'd be fucking with solo Gorilla Voltage from either member, Clockworc or Mr. Gray, but everything I've heard from Clockworc is fucking fire. Definitely look forward to if he's putting out a project. If not, keep these singles coming because they're fucking dope. And speaking of Gorilla Voltage, out of fucking nowhere, no promotion, actually very minimal promotion, because I talked about it on the show before, but Mr. Gray dropped his album, Vicious Vendetta. Dude just went and dropped the whole fucking album with little to no promotion. And I haven't even listened to it. Haven't heard one song off of it. I saw his post up on Facebook saying these songs are from 6 years ago. He's been holding on to this album for 6 fucking years. 6 whole years. Goddamn. That means before any of this Gorilla Voltage with M&E shit happened. Probably before Damn Dirty Apes as well. So he's been sitting on this album for a long ass time. But it's out now. Vicious Vendetta. It's up on all the DSPs, Apple Music, Spotify, all that shit. So go peep that. I'll be giving it a listen. I'm curious to see if Mr. Gray can hold it down solo-wise like Clockworc does. I know he has other solo albums out there that I could listen to, but I never gave him a chance. And I'd actually rather some fucking new music, to be honest. This shit's 6 years old. Should have just left it in the trash can and dropped some new shit. He said he got a rock project coming out. So I know there are a couple of metal dudes from what I heard. So who knows what kind of sound, what kind of rock sound we're going to get with that project. But brand new Mr. Gray, quote unquote brand new, because it's old as fuck. He's just been sitting on it. I'll probably check it out just to see if he can hold it down solo-wise like Clockworc does. Because them Clockworc singles are fucking fire. Really dope. And then we got another fucking single from Tech9. This dude done released at least half his fucking album by now. His new album, Interfere, dropping this Friday. This dude dropped at least half the tracks for it. We got Just Die, Intro 1. I believe Intro 2 was released last week. So there's 2 fucking intros to the album. He's released both of them. I still have yet to hear one song off Tech9's project. Apparently, I don't make myself clear on the podcast why, but I don't want to hear any songs until I hear the album. And I've done a really good job of doing that with this Tech9 album. I say it all the time that I'm not going to listen to singles before an album, and then I just give in and fucking listen to shit. But I haven't heard one song off this Interfere album, and it's dropping this Friday. I'm excited for this fucking album. Nina, as you know, was one of my favorite albums of last year. So fucking fire. Curious to see if he could go back to back with it. You know, my biggest complaint from Strange, they release too much music. Too much. But let's see. Tech9 this Friday. I'm hyped for it. Haven't heard one fucking song. I'm still bumping that King ISO. That King ISO World War Me album is so fucking fire, man. So dope. And I'll go back on my previous, little review that I did for the album. And I'll say Weekend Dad is a really good song. Apparent Absence is a good song. Like, it's grown on me. The only songs I don't really fuck with at this point from World War Me are Jealous and Youth in America. Youth in America is okay, but Jealous I don't really fuck with, and Trippy Love. I really liked Trippy Love when I first heard it, but it's just kind of okay. But those 3 songs kind of hit the up until Dog Tags, song 14, the album is strong as fuck. Weekend Dad, I've grown to like that song. That shit be hitting the feels on that song for real. Apparent Absence, again, I've grown to like that song. He could have even ended the album with those 2 tracks right there. Would have been dope. But Folded Flags is fucking fire. Suicide, the last track, really dope. Overall, if you ain't heard this King ISO World War Me album, go listen to it. I've been bumping it pretty much nonstop. So fucking fire. Great album from King ISO. He gets another little mini review from me, if you will. And then we got new Big B. Big B of Suburban Noise Records. His new album or project, Felons Club, dropped a new song called Down. If you like that country music kind of shit, this track's for you. It's not for me. I don't fuck with this song. I didn't fuck with the first single that he put out. I don't like this country music, hip hop, country rap, whatever the fuck you want to call it, sound. Not really for me. Very, very few could pull it off. And Big B for me just doesn't work. I've seen good reviews for it, but that's out there right now. His album's dropping very soon, so you can check that shit out. Keeping it with Suburban Noise. Next week on 420, Cottonmouth Kings are going to be going live on the Suburban Noise Instagram, I believe it is. And they're going to be joined by Kevin Zinger and special guests. It's D-Loc, Richter, Zinger, and special guests. They're going to be talking about D-Loc's new song and video that's dropping the same day. So we're getting a new song from D-Loc and video. I would have much rather a new King Spade song or Cottonmouth King song if they would have a leftover verse from fucking Saint Dog. And speaking of Saint Dog's finally fucking home. Welcome home, Saint Dog. His Instagram posted up he's granted early release and he's officially free. He's home. Welcome home, Saint Dog. It was way too fucking long. Really dope to see this dude back in action right before this Cottonmouth Kings live stream. So they were talking about special guests. You see it right there on the flyer. Special guests. Could that special guest be Saint Dog? I would love to see Saint Dog make an appearance with Johnny Richter and D-Loc. Getting out, right before 420. I'd say fuck it. Hit the booth immediately, all three of these dudes, and crank out a new Cottonmouth King song to drop with the D-Loc song on 420. That would be fucking fire. Really dope. I'm excited. This whole Suburban Noise reboot, they got everybody on it. Mad Child, Big B, Cottonmouth Kings. Saint Dog dropped his solo album, Bozo, last year. Who else they got on that motherfucker? Whitney Payton's on there. Head PE. Whole bunch of crazy motherfuckers, that used to roll with Suburban Noise back in the day. But I'm most hyped for this Cottonmouth King shit. I'm hoping it's still the 3 OG Kings. And if it is, that's so fucking dope. And much fucking love and shout out to Saint Dog. Welcome home. About fucking time. Over some bullshit weed violation. Getting contact high on the fucking Cottonmouth Kings video shoot a couple years back. But really fucking dope. And another new track that dropped this week, we got brand new Choirboy Dank. Just dropped yesterday up on SoundCloud. I imagine it'll probably be hitting DSPs very soon. But Choirboy Dank dropped his new song, Jack's Idle Hands. This shit's dope. Heavy auto-tune like Choirboy Dank does. Beat is hard as fuck. Don't know who did it. He did say that he's back producing again, so it could be one of his beats. This beat's hard as fuck. And it's really dope. Very reminiscent of that Swag Tooth sound. I've been bumping the fuck out of Swag Tooth's Dead York album this week. I got the hardcover of it. It's up on DSPs, Spotify, and all that. But that album's super dope. Glad to see Choir still cranking out music. He dropped 2 EPs last year. Both were really good. 6 songs each, I think. Very short. Both are like 20 minutes long. But hard as fuck. Homie Don't Play off the setup. Fucking hard as fuck. Choirboy Dank is that dude. It's too bad Swag Tooth still ain't a fucking thing because I fucked with Swag Tooth when they were around. I felt like they were the next coming of the wicked shit with a la Zuli Lou because they were coming up at the same time with Axe. And I thought Swag Tooth was going to be them dudes, but they ended up splitting up. Still fuck with both heavy. But that new Choirboy's out right now. Hard as fuck. So go peep that shit out if you ain't peeped it yet. Because it's fucking fire. For real. And speaking of Swag Tooth, Ouija Macc, the fucking little psychopathic gremlin or whatever the fuck he calls himself. Resistance 2, Hell's Holotape is up for pre-order. It's dropping, May 8th. Hard copy pre-orders right now. May 8th. Pre-orders up digitally. Google Play, iTunes. He's running a whole bunch of fucking contests. If you pre-order it digitally, you can win straight up cash. Some other shit I can't remember. And then if you pre-order the physical, much like Shaggy 2 Dope did, much like Violent J did, 1 in 5 will win a bonus CD of unreleased music. I believe, did we fucking talk about this last week? Now that I'm thinking about it. I believe so. But pre-orders are fucking live. 1 in 5 gets the bonus CD. There's the cover right there. There's the fucking track list. We got 17 new songs. Very fun, very fitting. You got the Hatchet Man logo on the back, the Rotten Cake logo on the back. Now, I don't think this will be out on Psychopathic. It'll probably drop on Rotten Cake like all his other mixtapes do. Because it's probably considered a mixtape, not an album. What the fuck is the album called? Wasteland. Wasteland will be dropping soon. So that'll be the official album. Hopefully dropping on Psychopathic. And this whole 1 in 5 CD gets the rare CD shit needs to stop. Just say the first 100 fucking orders will get the CD. It'll be much easier. I understand the mentality behind it, but it just fucking irks me as a collector. You'll get people ordering much quicker and more of in a frenzy if you say first 100. Be like, God damn, got to be that first 100. But is what it is. The cover's fucking fire. He did release the first single off the album. First single is Fall Through the Floor. Banging. Fucking dope track. Beat by Devereaux. Devereaux's dope as fuck. Shout out to Devereaux. He's the fucking homie. Love it. This sounds like some fucking straight up mosh pit music. Straight up. I could see this performed at a show and the crowd going fucking nuts. Love this track. May 8th, Hell's Holotape. Resistance 2 is dropping. I'm looking forward to it. You know, I fuck with Ouija Macc. This dude's dope. So we got Choirboy Dank dropped his new single. Ouija Macc dropped his new single. Both are dope as fuck. Check them shits out. Love it. Love that shit. Now let's get into some ICP shit before we wrap up this show. Speaking of the 1 in 5 shit, I got an email earlier this week. Gloomy Sunday update. We didn't do tracking numbers because we're going back to basics and we don't want to run this shit like a legitimate company or something. I don't know. I seen people getting their copies of Gloomy Sunday. But send the fucking tracking orders. Is it really that fucking hard? People bitching at me for bitching about getting no tracking orders. Fuck that. I'm a CD collector. It's the fucking worst when you order some shit and you don't get a tracking number. And then you just hope and pray that the shit gets sent to you. This whole Gloomy Sunday thing has been weird as fuck. But I do see people getting their copies. So I have faith that I will get my copy. I'm seeing people that ordered the 5, did get the DVD. The only way you could tell you get the DVD is if you weigh the fucking thing, if you want to keep it sealed. It weighs like 2.5 grams or ounces or I don't even fucking, not grams, but ounces. Some shit. Because they hide it in the sleeve of the cover, the DVD, unlike the Brother CD where they just package the CD inside of it. You could actually see the CD. But this shit is just whack as fuck and just irritates the fuck out of me, to be completely fucking honest. And people are saying that I ain't a fucking juggalo, I ain't this and that because I criticize ICP and critique everything they fucking do way too much, and I don't show the same fucking critique to Twiztid and all this other shit. Man, if they didn't keep doing all this stupid fuck shit, then I wouldn't have anything to fucking complain about. Straight up. Stop doing fuck shit and I'll stop complaining about the fuck shit. But I'm not blind to it. I can look at it from an objective perspective and call out the bullshit. I love ICP. If you don't fucking know that, then I don't know what to tell you. I own like 17 copies of Great Malenko. I got the shit tattooed on me. Yet again, here I am explaining to myself that I love these fucking dudes. They introduced me to hip hop. They probably saved my life a couple times. But I got called out for being overly critiquing of these dudes, but they just do so much stupid shit that if they didn't do it, I wouldn't have to call it out. And there's shit that Twiztid does too, don't get me fucking wrong. That 10K mystery box was a fucking flop. People spent $100 and didn't even get $100 worth of fucking merch. They got a fucking CD that said, "Don't play this for anyone." That shit was uploaded within fucking like hours of the first person receiving the fucking box up to YouTube. That box was a fucking flop. Someone did win that 10K, so that was dope. But that was some bullshit. Straight the fuck up, that whole 10K mystery box thing. $100, and you didn't even get $100 worth of merch. But whatever. Is what it is in the past. This shit, just give me a fucking tracking number, dude. Just give me a fucking tracking number. Ain't that hard. Ain't that hard, Psychopathic Vault. And speaking of the Psychopathic Vault, before we talk about this custom clown clip shit, the Psychopathic Vault is no longer on eBay. Psychopathicvault.com to get all your rare, quote unquote rare, $40 fucking DVDs. Bullshit. Hoodies, jerseys. They got an ill test press of Flip the Rat vinyl though. That's dope. I know they had the Fearless Fred Fury test press vinyl up on eBay a while back. The Psychopathic Vault is a good idea. But just give motherfuckers a tracking number, please. It ain't too much to fucking ask. And yes, I'm bitching about a fucking tracking number. But I digress. Take a deep breath. CustomClownClips.com. ICP said fuck Cameo.com and started their own fucking Cameo website. CustomClownClips.com. You got Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope. Basically offering the same services that they were offering on Cameo.com. You can pay for shoutouts from ICP, Violent J, Shaggy 2 Dope. You could do it as a group or solo from either one. Not just that. Now they have a whole bunch of fucking options. You can get Florida Joe for $200. You can get Moon Glorious for $300. Big Baby Sweets, $200. Big Baby Chips, $200. Sugar Bear, $200. Sugar Wolf, $200. Guido in 3D, $300 fucking dollars. Are you fucking kidding me? $300 for this shit? $175 for ICP, $100 for Violent J, $100 for Shaggy 2 Dope. It was cheaper when it was on Cameo. Prices are jacked the fuck up now, homie, because they're running their own shit. You know what I mean? These, if you want to pay for a shout out, by all means, go for it. It's not for me. So I'm not going to sit here and fucking trash it too much, other than the prices being fucking ridiculously high. Although $300 for a Moon Glorious video might be worth it. Might be worth it. Because you could do some funny ass shit with a $300 Moon Glorious Moon Glorious shout out. That shit. CustomClownClips.com. Shout out to ICP for cutting out the fucking middleman and doing it their goddamn fucking selves. Taking all the fucking money and saying fuck Cameo.com. Doing their own fucking thing. And like I said, the whole shout out thing isn't for me in particular. You won't see me paying for a fucking shout out. I'd rather just get the shout out for the fucking love, you know, from anybody. I ain't paying fucking anybody for a shout out. I don't give a fuck who you are. But that's going to wrap it up for this week's show. Thank you for tuning in. I want to give a big fucking shout out once again to Sean Davis for his donation this week through the Cash App. Much fucking love. And that's going to wrap it up for this week. I'm Rome Bone of the Beneath the Dirt podcast. And until next time, I'm out. Peace.